Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie, and today I am pulling our cards for our full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. It's a lot happening. Today is the 12th of March, and I'm going to be using the Archetypes deck, and I'm using some heavier or more in-depth decks because this is a big. We have a lot of energies. I've been talking about that a lot. We have a lot of energies happening. And I think we need very specific guidance, even if it's guidance we don't want to know. The Ascended Masters deck, right? I think we need to call on some of the big guns. The Moon Witch deck and the Light Seers Tarot. So we're going to get started, and I'm going to be pulling a card for each sign of the zodiac to see what this eclipse holds for you individually. It is just a general reading for that sign, right? So we know everyone is talking about this. We have two eclipses. We have one retrograde now, one retrograde on the 14th, which will be Mercury. We have the equinox on the 20th, so therefore we change calendars, the zodiac calendar, from the end of the year, the zodiac year, to the beginning of the zodiac year. So a lot of us tend to do resolutions around the zodiac calendar as opposed to the typical Gregorian calendar that we follow. So if you have found that your resolutions are off to a slow start, this is a chance, right? Especially with the full moon in Virgo. This is the Virgo Pisces axis. And this full moon is going to be intense. Personally, I'm feeling big intensities and big shifts to the point of some really deep frustrations. And I get it. I am here with you. So eclipses are meant to bring things to light. And they are meant to eclipse or cut out of your life things that need to go. Things, people, situations that maybe you yourself have been ignoring or been trying to hold on to. So I will tell you my story. I have a 2015 Jeep Compass. It keeps breaking down on me. What do I mean? It just stops. It just stops driving. Like the whole engine shuts down. I've had it to two different mechanics. No one could find anything. I picked it up yesterday with my daughter. She followed me. As soon as I pulled out, it cut out. I took it back. It's like I was crying. It's so upsetting. So, and I'm trying to hold off, right, in buying a new car. It's just not, for me, in my mind, the right time. And universe is saying, no, it's time. So my daughter and I took the car back. We went someplace else. We went car shopping for me. My Jeep is still at the place. I just talked to them. But anyway, so I'm trying to resist. I'm pushing against that resistance of having to put out money, right? It's an expensive purchase. And I don't want to do it. But the universe is saying, you have to. Like, this is time. Like, there's also an emotional attachment to this vehicle. So I'm resisting. But where you have resistance and where you're feeling restricted or constricted, that's usually where, big changes happen. So I just kind of have to open myself up and say, okay, this is it. We're going to do it. So that was my experience. I don't know if there's any other things going to come up for me. That will come up for me, but that is my personal experience as right now. Okay, this card popped out. The Father. So we'll get into that. I want to pull out our Ascended Masters. Like, who is guiding us right now? Where are we getting our strength and energy from? Because it can feel, right? It can feel like it's a lot. And I've been feeling a lot. Hopefully, you're not quite feeling so much. But if you are not alone. So this is why I do these readings, right? just to give us some clarity and to get us a little anchored and grounded. Because we are not alone in some of these struggles. But, however, if you were born during a full moon lunar eclipse, if you were born during a Venus or Mercury retrograde, this might have the opposite effect on you. Just saying, right? But either way, we're all leveling up. We are all going to new phases, and some in very quantum ways. And there are going to be 4 signs that are directly affected by this. So, and if I can get these right, Sagittarius, which is me, Pisces, Gemini, and Virgo. They are all the mutable signs, the signs that go from one season to the next. So they're the ones that are going to be impacted the most. Let's see. Oh, fertility. Pawn. This is great. This is lovely. Can't wait to see what the tarot holds for us. So let's just see what tarot holds, and we'll get into this. So pawn, fertility. And this morning I did a yoga video. I'm trying to post it, but YouTube is not cooperating with me today. But that's okay. But I pulled the card of Saraswati. And this is the goddess of creativity. So fertility, creativity, new ideas. So maybe there's a theme coming up. Some of you might be having inspirational ideas that just coming out of nowhere, which is your intuition. So maybe the muses, right? The muses are gods and goddesses of inspiration, are talking to you. So if you have something that's an idea, and you're like, oh, I really want to try this, whether it's a career or just an activity you want to try, something you want to get into. First card out, the Emperor. Man, okay. I would lean into that because you are being supported, even if it feels like you're not. Like I wasn't feeling like I was being supported, but I know that I am. It's just, the whole. Okay, sorry. These cards are just like jumping out, and I'm not going to take all of them because apparently the cards have a lot to say today. But I could take all the cards. I could not read the whole deck. We have the Emperor, Major Arcana, Queen of Pentacles, self-made, right? The Chariot, like time to move forward, and the Eight of Cups. Someone else pulled the Eight of Cups the other day. We have the Devil. Letting go of the attachments that hold us back. Six of Wands. Right? We have victory. We are finally being seen for our gifts and for our talents and for the work that we've been doing. King of Pentacles on the bottom. I'm going to put him right with his Queen. And then we will pull a Moon Witch card. So, the Father. I'm going to pull this, open this up. It's card number 2. My Roman numerals are off a little bit. Yes. It's funny, we pulled card number 2, the Father, and we pulled the Emperor, very strong male energy, and the King of Pentacles was on the root of the deck. So that is your grounding force. That's why I like to look at the root of the deck. Let's see. And since some of these energies are feeling so strong, at least for me, it might be very masculine energy around. Sometimes we need slightly stronger masculine energy, right, to kind of put us where we need to be. Okay, let me find this. The Father. And here is the card, and let me see. So we have the sun, the sky, looks like a crystal. It looks like a nest with a coin in it. But I don't know. I can show that to you while I'm reading this here. Let's, glasses may have to come off for this. The great father, the masculine, the protector, alongside the mother. The father resides in the central axis of the archetypal family. The father embodies both light and dark aspects of the masculine. Thus, he is infinitely dynamic and complex. His energy is strong and regal, embodying such virtues as honesty, wisdom, and loyalty. Yet, ironically and simultaneously, the father is often absent, literally or emotionally. Through absence or action, the father eventually reveals that he is neither a king nor a god, but a human being with many flaws and wounds. So looking at our authentic selves, right? He is both the guardian and one who leads us to the wolves. Here, yet gone. He is here and then yet gone. The champion and the failure. The father is never resolved or can never resolve or escape this duality. It is inherent in the archetype itself. Witnessing the father's limitations allows the child to grow beyond the family into the world. Very interesting. So finding that balance and duality. And maybe this picture is like the dark and light, like the photo and the negative of the photo. My photographers out there, if you're seeing this, let me know. So become a student of masculine energy. Watch the father in movies, in Shakespeare plays. See the father as a pattern, not as personal. So it's the archetype and the energy of such. Read poems about the father. And it says, Sharon Olds, His Stillness. William and Blake, Little Boy Lost. So, very interesting. Duality. A lot of duality coming up here. So let's go into Pawn and let's see what this says. This is very interesting. So recognizing that there is balance in both, in the masculine and the feminine. If you do Kundalini yoga, there is the Shiva Shakti that runs up the Sushumna or the spinal column of the masculine and feminine energy. And both can be equally strong and equally soft and equally flawed and equally in alignment, right? That is the balance. Let me see. So Pawn says, this card signifies that it's a very fertile time for you. This is an ideal time for the conception of a baby or new projects. All of the doors are open for you right now. Your mind is fertile with many wonderful new ideas, and abundance easily flows to you. Since everything is in its infancy stage, have patience with the growth process. Just nurture yourself and your projects so that you stay strong and fertile. So, Pan is the ancient Greek deity of nature, mirth, M-I-R-T-H, music, and fertility. So, a muse, right? This was love at first sight for Pan when he spotted the lovely wood nymph Syrinx. Yet Syrinx didn't return his affections. So Pan ran after Syrinx down the river, and Syrinx called upon water nymphs for help, and they turned Pan into a willow reed. As Pan yelled for help, the reeds made beautiful music. Later, Pan transformed into his original self. He made a musical instrument of reeds, which today is called a panpipe. Call upon Pan for help with fertility issues, music, or to relax and enjoy yourself. Some of these myths, right? Or maybe not. They're very interesting. So we have duality, right? The dark and the light. And maybe this coin is just the shadow aspect of the crystal, right? And maybe this really isn't a nest. Maybe this is the dark end of the sky. And this looks like two sides of the tree. Very interesting take. But we have, so this, for a lot of people, we are stepping into a new phase or a new evolution of ourselves. We are stepping out of the comfort zone and into leadership roles, right? And it's the Emperor, Queen of Pentacles, Chariot. We're ready. You're ready. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to take those steps. But the thing is, you're not starting new or fresh. It may feel like you are, but you're really starting moving forward from a place of experience, like what didn't work or what didn't you like in the past. Now you're moving forward with confidence, right? The Emperor is the protector, and he is the authoritarian, and he is the logical one. The Queen of Pentacles, she is self-made. She believes that we are worthy of the good things in life. We are worthy to feel luxurious. This theme came up last reading, I believe. We are entitled to feel luxurious, and we are entitled to make our own money, and we are boundless when it comes to prosperity and abundance. So we're being called now to take action, to move forward in balance, right? We have the dark horse and the white horse, the black and the white horse. That is duality. That is balance. That is duality. The dark horse, the white horse. That is balance. We are moving forward in this balance. And sometimes we can feel unbalanced as we're called to move forward. Some of us are stepping away from something where you see she is walking away from looks like she's walking away from the water's edge, but there's a pot here, or a little bowl with a little fire in it. That could actually signify her intuition or her passion, and now she is moving forward to follow her passion. Like, it's not where she was. It's now leading her into a new life. And in doing so, like, she's walking away from the things that were holding her back. Right? This is what eclipses are all about. Eclipsing or removing the things that are holding us back. The devil is the card of pretty much unhealthy attachment. What is holding you back? And generally, it's probably a mental or emotional thing and not necessarily a physical thing. So it's breaking through these mental and emotional barriers, moving forward into the unknown. And in doing so, right, we have victory. We get to celebrate ourselves. You get to celebrate your personal victories. You get to celebrate the bravery it takes to face what has been holding you back, to face some of that darkness, to move forward into the unknown, right? Both of these are moving forward into the unknown. This has a little more, or maybe a lot more energy. And this is moving forward. This can also be a little bit of recklessness. But this one, she's just walking. She's moving away or moving forward in confidence. She has set her intention. She has found that flame of passion and inspiration. She has faced down her demons, her devil, whatever is holding her back. And she is celebrating herself. She is standing in celebration of the choices that she is making, because those choices are bringing her into a life that is self-made, a life that is comfortable, a life that she has been dreaming about. We have the King and the Queen of Pentacles, both very relaxed, right? More on the logical side, more on the intuitive side. Very much on the intuitive side, letting your inner guidance guide you. We're all on a very big path right now. There's a lot happening for everyone. in essence, we are all moving forward. We are all shifting one way or another. For some, it's going to be a much bigger shift. For others, it'll be a little more subtle. So let me pull a card out of the Moon Witch. And then I will pull one tarot card for each sign, just to see what your guidance is for this full moon lunar eclipse. Yeah, because it's a lot. It is a lot. And energetically, like I said, I am feeling it. I have been feeling it for a couple weeks. And honestly, I'd be glad, like, once we get to the other side. But again, it's when you're feeling restriction, when you're in the middle of the intensity, that is where your growth is happening. Isis, cast spells, protect and heal. And there's a scorpion on there. So I do not, however, personally, I don't create during an eclipse. I do not charge my crystals under the moonlight of an eclipse, because eclipses cut things out. They can also cut out the energy. But you can do some very gentle spells. So just be careful of what you're doing, though. I would say just be a little careful. So let's put these together and let's pull some cards. And we will start with Aries. And I'm sorry, I have not figured out how to put the timer in the description. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. That's something I need to figure out. But until then, let's see, what does this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo hold for Aries? Okay. So a bunch of cards came out. I'm just going to take the top card. Two of Pentacles. So we have choices, right? We get now, after we've gone on our journey, after we've made our decision to follow our intuition, now there's choices and opportunities coming our way, and we get to decide. Aries, you get to decide how you're moving forward from now on. You're moving forward, and she seems kind of carefree, right? Her skirt is kind of flowing in the wind. She's got like one arm up behind her head, and it's going to be a slightly easier journey once you make your decision as to where you want to go. But choices are coming your way, Aries. So you have to let us know like how that plays out. And Taurus. How is Taurus? How are Taurians? Sometimes Tauruses can have a lot of change. Our earth signs can have a lot of stress around these eclipses, especially when they're uprooting us, right? Because our earth signs, they're very grounded. They like to dig their roots in, and sometimes it gets a little tough. So Taurus, let's see, what does this full moon lunar eclipse hold for Taurus? Ace of Cups. Aces are a sign always of new beginnings. I kind of have a feeling you're leaning into your intuition and you're learning to trust your inner compass. Right? We all have that intuition. We have that pineal gland, which is the seat of the soul, where it physically sits inside the body. Leaning into your intuition. And, she has like this swirl of energy at her heart center. So she knows that you can take your energy and you can control your energy and form it into whatever it is you need. There also looks like there could be a little heart protection here. Kind of keeping the heart a little safe as new opportunities move forward for you. So if this is a new love coming in and you've been hurt in the past, you might be a little protective of yourself. So let's look into that. So, Gemini, how is the Geminis? Geminis is the opposite side of myself on this diagonal wheel. We are polar opposites. And polar opposites are there to balance you, and they're also there to teach you sometimes some of the hardest lessons. So this full moon in lunar eclipse in Virgo, what do you hold for our Gemini friends out there? And some of my favorite people are Geminis. So let's see what this holds for our Gemini friends. The World. I love this. So the final card of the major arcana, like you've come full circle. You're coming to a completion of something really big. It may have been a really difficult time where you felt like you've been closed in or restricted, or you haven't had, like, I don't know, it's not energy. You had the momentum to move forward. So this is going to come to a conclusion for you. You're getting there. You've gotten a lot of lessons. You've learned a lot about yourself and the world around you. And you are ready to move forward, Gemini. Beautiful cards. So Cancer. Right away. Right away. Strength. Major arcana, right? So leaning into the balance. Back to more duality, right? Of softness and strength. There's the lion and the lamb, right? And maybe changing our perspective of what is fear-inducing, right? I mean, most people see lions, right, because they've been portrayed as the hunters of the jungle, right? And they are, but it does not mean that we need to be afraid of them, right? The lamb is just sitting there like, yeah, I'm fine. So leaning into your inner strength and not being afraid of the stronger parts of yourself. Just because something is strong does not mean it can't be compassionate. Sorry, Martini is playing with the table. Martini, psst. Thank you. Okay. Leo. How is Leo? My favorite people, Leos. My best friends are Leos. I'm probably going to say that about most signs. But I do love me some Leos. Some Leo energy. Especially like when I'm having a hard time and they just radiate those sunlight beams into me. Thank you, Leo. I need that. Fellow fire sign. So let's see. What does this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo hold for our Leo friends? Okay. A bunch of cards came out. I'm taking the top card. 10 of Cups. Yes. Fulfillment. Joy, happiness, fulfillment. I mean, Leos are really hard workers. You've worked really hard to get to where you're at. And you're going to see the rewards and the abundance for everything that you're doing. There's a lot of love. Leo rules the heart. There's a lot of love coming your way. And you have a lot of love to give. And the thing is, the more love you give away, the more love you create, right? It doesn't diminish because you love this person and that person. You can love, there's so many people that I love and hold dear. So, Leo, just keep spreading the love. And by you spreading the love, you create more love for the world around you. Virgo, this is your full moon lunar eclipse. My Virgos, oh my goodness. What shakeup is happening for you, or what is this holding for you? Maybe you're not being shaken up this time, right? Maybe your roots are going a little deeper. So let's see what this holds for our Virgo friends. I love Virgos, and I say this about all signs, right? But they are the organizers. They are the planners. Like, if you don't know where to start, they've got the list, they've got the plan, they have the cater, they have everything. So Virgo, 8 of Cups. Learning. Learning to uproot yourself, right? Getting comfortable with uprooting yourself and moving into a new destiny of the unknown. Leaning into your intuition. Water and earth are balances in the zodiac, right? It's fire and air and water and earth. So you're allowing yourself to be uprooted, and it's not going to feel good. But you know, like, there is this inner flame, and that is guiding you or pushing you to your next phase. And you're learning to trust yourself, Virgo. So happy for you. That's big for Virgos, right? For our Earth signs, that's really kind of big for them to allow themselves to be uprooted and to move into the unknown. Libra. Libra. My youngest is a Libra. Canela, she's a Libra. And she is definitely the peacemaker and the peacekeeper. Ace of Swords. Libras. Libras are very creative, by the way. But new ideas, new innovations coming your way. This could be scholastically, there could be like some education coming. But I really think this is your own inspiration and ideas. I mean, just look at the spiral, right? These are just deeply inspired ideas to take you to your next level or leveling you up in your, this feels more like a career move. So again, lean into that intuition, right? Fertility, Pawn. He is here to help with creativity and to foster to foster your creativity. So Libra, you have a lot of creativity coming out of you right now. So put that out into the world. And Scorpio. Libra. We're in Scorpio? Yes. You're a Scorpio. Sorry. I had to double check that. I'm like, wait, are we in Scorpio now? Yeah. Okay. Scorpio. The Empress. We pulled the Emperor at the very beginning of the reading, right? The Empress is the counterpart to the Emperor. Again, she is pregnant, right? This just means birthing of new ideas. And again, that is moving along with Pawn, right? For fertility and for new ideas and for putting yourself out there. I almost get the feeling for some of you Scorpions that there's going to be some trailblazing. Although you're water signs, it was the water though, however, that created the Grand Canyon, right? So some trailblazing of some sort, of creating a new world for yourself. And in doing so, you invite others to join in your world. This is a great card, Scorpio. So how does that resonate with you? And Sagittarians, my first card popped out. I'm just going to take it. 3 of Pentacles. Working together. Learning to work together. Saggies, we can know. I can say this because I am a triple Sag, by the way. I was born underneath the new moon. Oh my goodness. Why did I choose that? I don't know. But learning to work together. And not only learning to work together, but bringing different modalities into play. Now, this is kind of me in a nutshell, right? Because I teach yoga and I do meditation and I do tarot. So this is like bringing different modalities, working together to create something wonderful. So this is community. This is learning to work with others. This is appreciating differences, right? And this is bringing community together. So Saggies, go get that community, right? Bring them in. What do you have to teach? And what do you have to share? And what do you have to learn? Capricorn. My grandmother was a Capricorn. My dad's mother, January 1st. Oh my gosh, I miss her so much. Capricorns, here we go. Same as Libra. Ace of Swords. Now, Capricorns are earth sign. They are a cardinal sign. They are some of the hierarchy of the zodiac. So they really can lead in a very strict type of discipline. They like order. They like things to fall into place. They may be finding new ways in which to lead their group, their family, their homes, or their communities. They are breaking through for new... I'm really excited to see what the Capricorns are going to bring into society. I feel there's a major... Everyone is leveling up, but I really feel like Capricorns are bursting through the ceiling and they're tired of being stuck. And they're just going to be blazing some more trails on their own with really significant initiatives coming forward. I'm excited to see what Capricorn brings. And we have Aquarius. How is Aquarians doing? I love Aquarians. Some of my best friends are Aquarians. They're energetic. They are just fun, smart as hell. Page of Pentacles. So Aquarians like to have a good time, right? They don't really worry too much. They're air signs. Like, they don't really worry too much. And, pages are the messengers. So some Aquarians are going to start new business ventures. It's maybe something you haven't done before, or something that's going to align with what you're either going to expand something or start something completely new. But you have an adventure coming for you, Aquarius. And yeah, it's around, I say money because Pentacles are generally have an association to money. But it's also around the things that where you feel safe and secure and grounded and connected. And then finally, our Pisces, my very first born baby is a Pisces, my Bernadette. She was supposed to be a Taurus. Not only, I said this before, she skipped Taurus, she completely skipped Aries. She goes, I'm going to be a Pisces. And she is perfect. She is a perfect Piscean. She really is. Her soul is a Pisces. Her little body, though, she was teeny tiny when she was born. So she's the perfect Pisces. So Pisces, what does this full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo? And this is the Pisces Virgo axis, right? So let's see what this holds for my Pisces friends. Pisces card does not want to come out. So let's just, okay, here it is. Oh, okay. 3 of Pentacles. Community. Maybe finding, Pisces are the fish, they're the koi fish that kind of go in opposite directions in the zodiac, right? They're kind of moving in different directions. So a great addition to the community, that coming together, presenting different ways of doing things, not always doing everything in a circular pattern, but shifting and changing around. Pisces is making their own new community. This is great. So that is your reading for the full moon lunar eclipse in Virgo. I hope this has been helpful for you. Any questions about anything, drop them in the comments. If you'd like to schedule a reading with me, I'll put my email in here. I do general readings. I have readings for meeting your spirit guides. If you have some shadow work that you feel like you're having trouble moving through a situation, that would be shadow work. I do shadow work. I do tarot parties online through Zoom. So reach out. And until next time, have a fabulous full moon, and always sending you light and love from my soul to yours. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.